Hi students, a very pleasant and warm greetings to you all. Hope you all are doing good. And in the last session we have seen about DBMS, that is Database Management System, and we have seen a small introduction about MySQL. And in this session we are going to see some more things about MySQL and the installation of XAMPP and all. Okay, let's get into our today's topic. Okay. In the last session, we have seen about MySQL and SQL, right? Why it is named as MySQL? MySQL database management was found by Monty Widenius, we have seen in the last session, and it is named after his daughter. His daughter's name is My, and so this SQL is named as MySQL. Okay, SQL means structured query language. Okay, in the structured query language, this MySQL is the most commonly or most popular SQL, and so we are learning about this MySQL in this chapter. Okay, in this MySQL now we are going to see the overview of this web databases. Okay, if you see the database management system or the databases, it is divided into two: heavy database and light database. Okay, heavy database means this heavy database supports all the desktop applications. Okay, this heavy database supports all the desktop applications, and this light databases supports the web applications. Okay, it is used in web applications, and this heavy databases are used in desktop applications. Okay, this heavy database has a disadvantage also. This heavy database will not be so efficient when there is some network issues. Okay, if there is some network issues, we can't access this database and we can't use this. But in this light database, in this case, what will happen means this light database will overcome all the network issues and it will work efficiently. And so what we are doing is, than heavy database, we are preferring light database. Okay, in this light database, it supports for all web applications, right? And so this is known as web databases. Okay, and now we'll see what are the common used databases. Okay, the common used databases are database 2, that is DB2, MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, and SQLite, SQL Server, Sybase. Okay, here in the commonly used databases are DB2, MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, SQLite, SQL Server, and Sybase. Okay, and now we have seen about the heavy database and the light databases also. Heavy database did not work out well in the network issues, but light databases worked well and efficiently even though it had some network issues, and so we prefer this light databases, and these light databases are supports web applications, and we'll say it as web databases. Okay, and now we'll just move on to our next topic,
MySQL administration. Okay, MySQL administration responsibilities. In general, there exists a role known as database administrators. We'll say it as DBA. Okay, this is the one who takes care of the configuration, installation, performance, security, and data backup. Okay, this database administrator only takes care of configuring, installing, and the performance of this MySQL. Okay, this DBA must have the skills of database designing, database queries, RDMS, and SQL networking. Okay, the primary task of this database administrators are they have to create a new way for the new users. Okay, creation of new users, and they have to provide the correct access also. Okay, next you will see about the creating new users and a account in MySQL. Okay, in MySQL database there are table named user. Okay, there is a table and that name of the table is user, and this newly created account must have a entry in this user table. Okay, this table is the user, and in this user table, if a new creator is coming, that new creator must have an account in this table. Okay, then let's consider the admin creates a account with username and password. Okay, there an admin will be there. That admin is creating an account with username and password. The user account will be activated with various access rights. If one user is creating an account, that user can insert using insert, this insert key, or they can select the things which is inside the table, select, or they can update the details inside the database also. Okay, consider the user table has these fields. Okay, host, name, password, select, privilege, insert priv, and update priv. That means here a host or a new user will have the name or the username, the password, and then they'll have the access to select, insert, and update the details in the database. Okay, using this MySQL. A new user account is added with values to the user table, like we'll have the key insert. You have to type it in capital letter only. Insert query in the MySQL database. Insert query means the syntax of this MySQL insert is this. This is as given here. Yeah, insert into the table, or insert into means insert into. We have to give the what users, host, name, password, select, and insert, and then update. This much you are having, right? In this format itself, you have to enter the values. You have to give insert into, and then you have to give the table name, and then the parameters, and then you have to type values, 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 and then inside the bracket you have to give the values. Okay, if you want to give a, b, c means inside the bracket you have to give a, b, and c. Okay, understood? And then the next line will be displayed as query. Okay, that means one row is added to it. We will get it as query okay, one row affected. That means one row is added to that. Okay, this statement means the query is executed successfully within the time allotted there in some seconds. It is 20 seconds, I think. So in that seconds, this query is allotted. Okay. Next one is flush privileges. In this MySQL, we have flush privileges. That means in this flush privilege command, it is executed after every new account is created. Whenever a new account is created, this flush privilege will be activated. Okay, this command is same as rebooting the server, so that newly created account will be updated inside the older ones. Understood? When you create an account, or when you log into a mail ID or something in your mobile or laptop, you have to refresh it, right? So that you can access your account, and your account will be added to the older data, right? In that same way, we have to use this flush privileges to reboot the server, and then this newly created account will be accessed and updated into the server. Okay, understood? Manual server rebooting is avoided by this command. That means sometimes it will automatically refresh, but this manually refreshing will be avoided, and we will reboot this by ourselves by giving this flush privileges. Understood? The inserted record is retrieved using select. Something you can insert using insert command, right? I told you already. From the inserted commands, if you want to select a specific row or a specific table, you have to use select. Okay, the syntax for that is MySQL, and then you have to give that greater than symbol, and then select from, and then you have to give that user's name, and then where. First you have to give the name, and then the place where it is. Okay, then let's see an example for this. See, select means will give select, and then what you'll give from, and then the user's name. In the previous thing, what username we gave? User, right? We can give user, and where. If you are giving a name for that, we can give that name itself. Understood? And here they have given an example. Host is localhost. Name they have given us guest, and they have given a password, and select, insert, update. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, understood? So if we use insert, select, and update, the three options will be given to the database, and it will be, we can insert something and we can select from that, and if you want to add some details to it, you can use this update key and you can just update it. Okay, this MySQL is more secured, so that it provides some functions to encrypt the password also. Encryption you have studied in 11th standard. I'll just recall it once. Encryption means if you have a word or a password, you will give it in numbers or letters, right? When others see, they should not find it, right? Password means it should be hidden. To hide that, uh, here what happens means it will encrypt. It will change that password or the particular word into some codes. Okay, that is encryption. Decryption means again changing that codes to your original text, that is decryption. Okay, that's what done in passwords and all. Here in this MySQL also it provides the encryption of passwords. Okay, so here if you give the password as guest123 means it will be encrypted and stored as if in the diagram you saw, J2GW. In this coding, this will be stored. This password will be stored. This is a encrypted version of the password. Okay, you will have given the password in some guest123 or some words, and that is encrypted and stored in this format. Okay, and then the parameters like select privileges, insert privileges, and update privileges are used for this user. And if the flag is set, if we are using that, then it will be set as Y. Y is yes, access is granted. That is yes. And if it is if that flag is not set, if the access is denied, there now you saw that Y, no, in that place it will be given as N. Okay, now let's see the list of privileges available in MySQL. Okay, privileges means the action performed. These are some privileges that those action will be performed in that MySQL. Okay, if that privileges are granted, you will get the answer. Access is granted means you will get Y. Yes. For yes, you will get Y. And if it is not accepted or the access is denied, you will get it as N. Okay, no. Here, select privileges means user can select rows from the database table. You will have created a table and you can update the rows of the database using update privileges. Okay. And if you have done something wrong and if you want to delete one row, you can use delete privileges. Okay, delete privileges is used to delete the rows of the database table. And if you want to create a new table, you can use create privileges and the user can create the new table in the database. And if you have one table and if you want to change something, user can also make changes in the database structure. That we can do it by alter privileges command. Okay, first we saw select and then insert. Select is for selecting a particular thing. Insert is to insert the details in a row. Okay, then the next one is update. Update is you are adding something to the row. And the next one, delete. Delete, as you know, if you want to delete a row, you can use this delete command. Or if you want to create a new table, you can use this create privileges. Or if you want to make changes in the already existing database structure, you can use this alter privileges. Are you clear? And now we are going to see administrative MySQL command. Okay, this administrative MySQL commands means already I have said you database administrator, right? Database administrator frequently uses few commands to control the entire database. Okay, this database administrator only will be having the whole control of this MySQL. Here, this database administrator will regularly use few commands to control the entire database. These commands are known as administrative MySQL commands. Okay, I'll say you some of the commands which is used frequently by this database administrator. Okay, first one is use database. I'll show the syntax also here. This command is used to select a database in the MySQL for working. Okay, inside the database we'll have so many data. From there you will just select one and you will take that for working. The syntax of that use database is you have to first you have to do MySQL use test. Test is a name of a database which is already present there, and you are going to use that. So what you have to do is you have to type MySQL use test, okay, and then the database change, like that it will appear. And or else you can use show database. This, if you type this show database, MySQL show database means what are the database present in this MySQL will be displayed as a list, okay. In this manner you will get database, and if you have 4 or 5 database list already created, all the table headings will be displayed here. Show database means it will display all the database which is present in this particular SQL, okay. Here we have test, MySQL, employees, students, parents. These all we have created, and so in this database list we have this database, okay. And here we can create table. If you have already created table, and if you want to see that table, you can give MySQL show tables, okay. Show tables means it will give the, if you have more than one table means it will just give you the list of tables, okay, understood. It will give the list of tables which are present in this particular database, okay. Next one, show columns from the table. For that, what you have to do is, now first you have given show tables, right? And so you will have the table's name. From that table name, you have to give MySQL show columns from that table name. If you want to see the table name of that school means you have to give show columns from school. Salary means show columns from salary. Here they have given show columns from sports. Okay, understood? And what will happen? It will display all the columns in that table, in that particular table. If you give this show column from a table name means in that particular table, what all the columns are present there, that columns will be displayed there. Okay. Next one is show index. Show index from table name means here also same format only. You have to type MySQL, then show indexes from that table name, okay, and then show table status like table name. That means this command provides with detailed report of that table's performance, okay. This show table status like table name, and hyphen you have to give and slash you have to give that name, that particular index name, okay. This is used to get the detailed report of that table. Okay, understood? Next, we are going to see about the installation. Okay, MySQL installation. You can download this MySQL from net also, or in your book they have given a image also, a code. You just refer that. It is under MySQL installation in chapter 3. Okay, when you have time, just read the installation steps and you will get an idea. If you have laptop or computer in your home, you can just install it from Google, or you can just scan this QR code in your mobile and just upload it in your laptop or computer, and you can download this software. Okay, for installing this, first you have to download and install XAMPP server software from internet. Okay, XAMPP, it is XAMPP, XAMPP server software you have to download first. Okay, this when you install this, first you will get a welcome page with a next button. Okay, you will get this setup. When you are setting up, you have to go to any browser, either Google or Mozilla, any browser, and you have to download XAMPP server software, and then it will give you a setup. It will give you a setup file, and if you open that, you will download that from the Google or some browser, right? That particular file you have to open. When you are opening, you will get this screen, setup XAMPP. This screen you will get, welcome to XAMPP setup wizard, and in the bottom, if you see, you will have next and cancel. To proceed, you have to go to the next. Okay, if when you click next, again you will get select components. This box you will get. Okay, you have to select the required components along with the MySQL component. Okay, here you see all the columns are checked. You have to check what all you need, and you can check the needed columns. And if you don't need any one or two things, you can just click the box, click the square box there, and the check will be unchecked. Okay, and you have to check everything, and again you have to give next. Okay, then you have to choose the installation folder and click next. Here if you see installation folder, please choose a folder to install XAMPP, like that it will be asked, and select a folder. Usually we'll keep these programs, these softwares and all in C only. So here it is selected as C XAMPP. In this C drive in your laptop or computer, if you are giving C means this XAMPP will be installed in C drive. Okay, if you want to install it in some other D drive or E drive means you can just click on the square box which is present next to this box, and you can just browse there, and you can select either C or D or E, whichever folder or whichever place you need, you can just select and install this XAMPP. Okay, and then you have to click next, and then uh, setup is now ready to begin installing XAMPP on your computer. Like this, one page will come, and again you have to give next, and then it will start this process of installing, and installation will get started, and this page will be displayed. This dialog box will be displayed, and once it is done, this page will be completing the XAMPP setup wizard. This page will be displayed. Okay, and here down you will have finish. Do you want to start the control panel now? Means if you tick that, you will get the control panel screen as soon as you click this finish. If you take this tick from there, nothing will be there. It will be just installed. After that, later on when you need, you have to just go and search the XAMPP and take it. Okay, now we have just checked this. Do you want to start the control panel now? And I am clicking finish. Okay, as soon as you are clicking finish, you will get the XAMPP control panel. Here if you see, here you have first XAMPP control panel, and then down some actions will be there, right? First one Apache, next one is MySQL, and then FileZilla, then Mercury, then Tomcat. This much will be there, and check which all we need. Okay, first we are going to start one by one. First we'll start two services and get started one by one. Okay, so straight to the Apache, you have a start, right? That one, and now we are doing MySQL. So this Apache and this MySQL, we have to start now. So we have to click under this actions. You have start, right? Many start is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 start are there. From that first two for which is straight to the Apache and MySQL, that two start, you have to start them. Okay, as soon as you are starting them, the down here in the down one box is there. Inside that processing will start, and this server services start option is enabled. And then what you have to do is you have to go to your browser. Okay, if you are using Google Chrome, you can go to Google Chrome, or Mozilla means Mozilla, and you have to go to browser, and from there you have to select, you'll have an address bar in the top, right? In this address bar you have to type HTTP. In your book, if you see in this MySQL installation chapter, you will have a diagram in the name of PHP MyAdmin MySQL database server user interface. In that you will have a link there, that is http://localhost//php myadmin. This URL you have to give in your browser. Okay, you will have a Google browser. After starting the XAMPP control panel only you will get this. Okay, once the XAMPP is installed successfully, and you have to start the Apache and MySQL. After that, what you have to do? You have to go to browser and type http://localhost//php myadmin. This URL when you give, you will get the PHP myadmin MySQL database server. Okay, in this user interface only you are going to create a database, you are going to create a table, you are going to insert rows there, you are going to select from there, you are going to update. Till now we have studied about the introduction of MySQL, right? We are going to do everything inside this PHP MyAdmin page only. Okay, have you got an idea of this MySQL? And we'll just see the recap of what all we have learned today. Okay, we have seen the introduction of MySQL and overview of web databases and MySQL administration. We have seen the administration responsibilities, and we have seen how to create a new user account in MySQL, and then we have seen some attributes inside that table. Okay, we have seen insert, select, update, flush privileges, delete privileges, create and altering the things in the table, right? And then we have seen administrative MySQL commands like use database, and show tables, show columns, and then we have seen show index from table and show table status like table name, right? And then we have seen the clear explanation about installing and downloading and installing the MySQL installation. We have downloaded this XII software and we are going to get started with it, right? And we have seen how to open the PHP MyAdmin page. Okay, then the next one, MySQL administration, open source software tools, we'll see in the next session.
That's all for today. Thank you for your valuable time. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Bye.